What up? We back, Sports and Survivor. UFC 251 has just concluded. What an event. How are my predictions about it? What I feel about it? Let's get into it. Alright, so we'll start off in the prelims. And I told you guys to look out for two fights. And boy, were those two fights crazy. So to kick off the prelims, we saw Santos versus Bogatov. And I told you guys to look forward to this fight because, Bogatov was making his MMA, or not his MMA, excuse me. He was 10-0 in MMA, but he was making his UFC debut against Leonardo Santos. Now, for prelims, like I said in the prior video, I don't make predictions. I just say what to look forward to and which fights to look forward to and watch. So, I didn't really have a prediction, but, it was very hard to call because Bogatov was 10-0, younger, but it was his UFC debut. And Santos, he's kind of a veteran, even though he's older. He's lost a couple times. It was very, down the middle. And man, was that fight entertaining and a bunch of everything. Let's just cut to the chase. Leonardo Santos won by decision, unanimous decision, and that is because Bogatov actually got deducted 2 points. Well, Santos still would have won anyway because it was 29-26. So he still would have won anyway, 29-28. I think it was on 2 judges' scorecards. But yeah, Bogatov, very dirty fighter in this fight. That's all I'm going to say. There was 4 different, events in the fight where I was like, wow, this dude is a dirty fighter, but he had a lot of heart, and we'll get into why. So first, he eye poked Santos, whatever. That happens a lot. But then, low blow, whatever, that happens. And then a second low blow, and I really thought the ref was going to take away a point there. He had to talk to the coaches and everything. They thought maybe there was a language barrier, so the ref gave him one more shot, and then boom, Santos, his hands on the mat, and Bogatov knees him in the face. That's illegal. I'm actually surprised the ref didn't disqualify him. Something similar to that happened to John Jones, but it was more extreme. That was how he got his only loss of his career, and yeah, Bogatov got 2 points deducted for that because it was a illegal knee while the opponent's hand was still on the ground. And that's how he got deducted 2 points. Santos took advantage of that. It was a pretty close fight, but at one point, Santos actually absolutely, crazy right hand. He demolished Bogatov. Crazy right hand. Couple of those. And then boom, a big hook kick to the face. And Bogatov's still standing. And we all think Santos has got it in the bag. And then booms, Bogatov somehow just gets out of it, and he's actually on top mount. And, I think that was in the end of the second round. Santos was so tired after that. It was a big flurry, and I don't know how Bogatov didn't go out. But yeah, that was my review on that fight, and it was a very good fight. Alright, so the next fight I told you guys to look forward to was Volkanovski versus Yuri Prochazka. And man, that one kind of delivered as well. First round was pretty good, pretty even. And boom, 49 seconds into round number 2, Yuri Prochazka literally knocks out Ozdemir. He knocks the living hell out of Ozdemir. Ozdemir's down the whole time for the next 5 minutes. What a knockout it was. And man, that put Prochazka on the map, at least in my mind. I hope a lot of people are watching that because that made me a fan. And yeah, quick review on that fight, but it was, less than a 6-minute fight, but a very good fight. Alright, so now let's get into the main card of UFC 251, and let's see how my predictions went. Let's get into it. So to start off the night, we have Amanda Reebos versus Paige Vanzant, and in this fight, I said Paige Vanzant didn't seem in the right mindset, and Reebos was going to win, and I was right, and that fight was very quick. It really didn't even seem like Paige Vanzant landed anything at all. And it was actually a submission that ended the fight in round 1. And that kind of put Reebos on the map as well. Big submission right away over, a pretty known female mixed martial artist. And the post-fight interview, people were loving that post-fight interview. She was a bit loud, but whatever, she was happy. And yeah, 1 for 1 on the predictions so far, guys. Let's get into Rose Namajunas versus Jessica Andrade. So man, oh man, was this fight ever good. In my eyes, and maybe in a lot of people's eyes, fight of the night. But you know, Volkanovski versus Holloway was there, and Jan versus Aldo was definitely there. But I still give this fight of the night. And it was a slugfest. It went all the way to the judges, where eventually Thug Rose Namajunas won. And man, looking back at my predictions, I should have picked Rose. You know, looking back at the first fight, Thug Rose was dominating until Jessica caught her. And I just thought Jessica would switch it up, but I should have, went with my gut and picked Thug Rose. Didn't happen. 0 for 1 on the prediction, or excuse me, 1 for 2 on the predictions. And yeah, talking about the fight now, it was a very good fight. Thug Rose, I keep saying Thug Rose, I'll just say Namajunas got, a very bad cut, I think round 3. It was very close, but, Rose seemed to control the octagon a lot more, at least throughout the first 2 rounds. And yeah, that's how the fight went down. Let's move on to the start of the title fights. Alright, so to kick off the 3 title fights of the evening, we start with Petr Yan versus Jose Aldo. And first of all, congratulations to Petr Yan, the new bantamweight champion. Well deserved. And man, this was a very good fight as well. Round 1, very competitive. Round 1, 2, 3 were very competitive. I think a lot of people edged it out. 1 was Yan, 2 Aldo actually recovered. 3 was Yan, and then Yan kind of took control in the 4th and the 5th when he eventually stopped him in the 5th round. And the ref should have stopped him earlier. If you guys watched the fight, Yan was literally bashing him in the side of the head for like a whole minute before the ref finally stopped it. And it was a very good fight, very competitive, very back and forth. But eventually, the better man won. And Aldo, he's not done yet. He still wants to go, and I still think he still has it in him. I truly think he should just stay at 135. He kind of looks like he suits that division, and he just wants to stay there. He put his body through all that. He's not going to, do it for nothing. Even though, yeah, he's actually lost both his fights, very competitive. I don't know if he has anything left to prove in the featherweight. Maybe if he just gets a couple more wins under his belt, he might be back fighting for the bantamweight championship. So that's what's up for Aldo in the future. And for Yan, he's a champ. I could really see Cejudo coming back fighting him just because he's Henry Cejudo. And man, that would be a fight to see. Total wrestler versus total boxer. But yeah, that was a very good fight. And now let's move on to the final 2 fights of the night. Oh yeah, by the way, I got that prediction right as well. So that makes me 2 for 3 so far on the night. Not too shabby at all. Alright, let's get to the co-main event. Or should I say the controversial main event.
Shut up!
Well, all I'm going to say is 3 for 4, baby. I predicted Volkanovski, and Volkanovski got it done. No matter how you say it, he got it done. And actually, in my eyes, I had it 3-2 Volkanovski. I know a lot of other people had it 3-2 Holloway. I think everyone had it round 1-2 Holloway, 4-5 Volkanovski, and 3 was kind of in the air. I actually had it for Volkanovski, and that's, scoring while the fight's going on. So it was well deserved after the first 2 rounds. I thought, alright, Holloway's got this for sure. My prediction's going to be 2 for 4, but no, Volkanovski adjusted, and it was a very good fight. I truly think, this never happens where a fighter wins 2 times against the same dude and then they have a trilogy. I think that in this case it might happen because even Dana himself in the post-fight conference was saying that Holloway should have won, so I don't see why Holloway won't get a rematch, or a double rematch I guess you could say. And yeah, I don't even think Holloway's 30 yet, so a lot of time under his belt. But man, Volkanovski, he's really getting there. If he beats a couple more people and stays champ for a while, I think he very well definitely could be the greatest featherweight of all time in maybe 5 years. I know it might sound crazy right now, but trust me on that. Could happen. Alright guys, the main event. Who won? Did I go 3 for 5 in my final predictions or 4 for 5? You guessed it, 4 for 5, and I was actually spot on.
You lying? Why you always lying? Oh my God! Stop fucking lying!
I said Usman by decision, and I actually said 4-1 he was going to win. So the final readings of the judges were 4-1, and then one judge had it 5-0. I think two judges actually had it 5-0. One judge had it 4-1. And like I said, Masvidal was going to get a round in there, and you know, in the fight he eventually got tired after round 3. And that's basically the only good thing that came out of this fight. Not good thing, you know, I was low-key cheering for Masvidal just because of how crazy that would have been. But it was a very boring fight. Round 1 was entertaining because Masvidal won that round, and he was actually engaging. And then round 2, you know, people say Khabib Conor was boring. I don't find it boring because Khabib was wrestling. In this case, you know, Usman was mostly just clinching. And as the memes, you know, as you guys seen the memes, he was stepping on Masvidal's toes more times than he was punching Masvidal in the face. But well deserved. Usman, he's looking like a beast, not in the sense where he's knocking people out, but he's just not losing. And I'd love to see that fight of him versus Gilbert Burns. I could actually definitely see Gilbert Burns winning, but we'll have to see till fight day. And yeah, for Jorge, he didn't really lose anything. Came in on 6 days notice, didn't get knocked out, didn't get submitted, didn't even look bad. Just Usman kind of took control a little bit, but didn't really even dominate him like he dominated Woodley. So yeah, Jorge lost nothing. I think he should fight Nate Diaz again. He really wants that fight. Or, you know, maybe he can fight Colby Covington. That'd be really good to see. Leon Edwards, excuse me. There's a lot of fights on the table for him. So yeah, and then maybe he'll run it back with Usman with the full training camp. So your boy got 4 for 5 on the predictions. Next time I'll try to go 5 for 5. And speaking of next time, everyone's looking forward to UFC 252 DC Miocic 3. It's gonna be a very good card, but a lot of people are overlooking Darren Till versus Robert Whittaker. This fight I am pumped for. Both guys are, you know, G's in their own aspect, but Darren Till's Instagram, he's just a savage. But Robert Whittaker, nice guy as well. But yeah, I'm just very pumped for that fight. Two very good fighters. Darren Till's second fight in the middleweight division, and Robert Whittaker coming off that loss versus Izzy. So yeah, it'll be a good fight to see. I think whoever wins that fight will probably be next in line after the Costa Stylebender fight, if that happens in the near future. And yeah, that's my take on UFC 251 and what I'm looking forward to in the future. Hope you guys enjoyed. I know my, first 2 videos have consisted of UFC, and I'm going to change it up, but like I said, I'm going to be making videos on what's popping at the moment. And right now in my eyes, UFC is the only thing really going on, sports-wise and Survivor-wise. I promise I'll try to get a Survivor video this week, if not next week. And you guys will probably see an NHL video this week because the schedule was just confirmed the other day on the playoffs. And the NBA, they're all in their bubble, getting ready for the playoffs or the continuation of the season. So yeah, things are heating up in the sports world, and that's my take. That's what I plan to do in the future. Peace out, guys.
Neither man cares how they do it. All that matters is winning, break him down, close him down, shut him down, put him down.
Body work, foot stomps, now a level change.
What the fuck is that? Shit!